Hey there, welcome back to the channel. So one of the things about this recording this series is some folks gave feedback that the sound was really bad, and so here's the deal. I keep feeling like my voice is too loud. So when I do like a small recording and then I play it back and listen to it, and I feel like my voice is just booming way too loud. So what I did was I told the recording software to really, lower the amplitude of my voice. And so in doing, I guess what happened for a lot of you is you had to turn up your volume in order to hear me, and then the advertisements would come in and would just blare, your speakers or whatever. So please accept my apologies in that. I do have a board game on the table. I have the Fire in the Lake coin series game out with the Trung AI bot expansion. It's just going to take me a while to learn the rules. So in the meantime, I do like to take some breaks, and Cold Waters is still an awesome game. I have gotten so much better since the last time we recorded. Also, I learned some tricks. Um, it In order to fully finish a campaign, it does behoove you to save your game from time to time, because if you do fail a mission, you can always reload back to where you were and not have to start from scratch. Um, also, when we do a campaign, we've been doing the North Atlantic, which of course is the Los Angeles class sub. The South China Sea, which is considered to be hard, I actually find to be easier. And it's largely because the Seawolf is just so awesome. Um, with the Seawolf, I can actually hide from enemy torpedoes and they won't even detect me. Um, that's not always the case, but in most cases it is. Um, so I really, really do enjoy the South China Sea scenario. The 1968 scenario, I played this one, and this one is very, very frustrating because you're obviously in an older submarine, and you're half of your torpedoes that are available to you are the kind that don't even have guided wire or passive sonar. They're literally, you shoot them and they just go straight, and they have to hit their target. So it's to me, this is actually the hardest of the three. We've been doing the 1984, and I have a feeling that some of you probably would like to see how that turns out. We could do the South China Sea. There's so many options here, but I'll go ahead and do 1984, and let's give it a try. So, all right. So we got the Los Angeles. I'm going to skip through this. None of this ever changes. One of the things, and I hope I'm not spoiling it too much by telling you this, you can actually, when you get to peace talks, you can actually get to peace talks where it's a draw. And then there's peace talks where you actually win. So it's very interesting, and it all depends on how well you do in that last mission. Um, I don't know if the last mission's the same. I've only finished the campaign once. But in my campaign, the Russians launched their best attack submarines that they had in their arsenal, and they were going underneath the ice cap of the North Pole to attack America. And so basically, how well you are at stopping that is going to dictate whether or not you win. And what happened to me was there were multiple submarines, and I didn't sink them all, and I thought I did, so I ended up getting a draw. Alright, so basically there's replenishment tankers. Small enemy force is leaving Archangelisk and rendezvous the Greenland Sea. So we need to go and sink them. Alright, So what I've learned is that these harpoons, they are good. They can easily be shot down by enemy escorts. So these TASMs, which are the Tomahawk, I think it's air-to-surface missile. But anyways, these are much better and a lot more difficult for the enemy to shoot down. And sometimes when you really want to guarantee that you get a hit, you shoot both. These TLAMs are only used when you're fighting against land. So these are land assault missiles, I think. But anyways, these are only used for very specific missions where you're going after land targets. Okay, so now that we got it the way I like to have it, we're going to go anchors away. And they're heading out to the Greenland Sea, which is here. They're leaving Arkhangelsk, which is here. So we'll be lucky we get there. And anytime you see like the Russian satellite or plane fly overhead, they do spot you. So they're going to know you're there. And see that blue plane that just left Andoya here, it didn't see anybody, so... And typically this line right here, like, it's very rare to have a blue plane fly out over the Barents Sea like that. Okay, I think this is what we're looking for. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to stop and let him come to me. Now, I also learned that if I want to close in closer to the target, I would just change this, and then it'll start the mission with me a lot closer to the target that I spotted. You don't ever want to do that when you're doing a naval combat, but when you have, like, where you're trying to land Navy SEALs on the shore, the difference between starting at 25,000 yards away versus 10 is like... it's like a half hour of game time. I mean, it's because you can only double the speed in this game. That's all the better you could do. I mean, you're basically watching your sub close that gap. It's awful. But here we go.
Our new contact bearing 121 designated Sierra 1.
Okay, so we have somebody spotted. First thing, we check this.
Contact bearing 095 designated Sierra 2.
I have found that if I go deeper on a situation like this where there's no barrier, I do better. Also, you can go faster and it doesn't make as much noise. So deeper is usually better. So I'm going to already dial it down. Well, yeah, I'll dial it down anyways, but if I wanted to use the missiles, I need to stay up. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to our map. We have our targets. Always do signature analysis. And this looks like it actually is a transport. Okay, I see a line here. So I think, even though this looks like it's lined up, I think this is the line. But boy, that looks solid, doesn't it? But I'm going to go to like a trawler. Or the trawler. Oh, that's not it. It's not a merchant ship either. Alright, come on. I'm back to the subs again. I still see a line right here. I mean, it's barely visible, but that's where I'm seeing a line. So I somehow missed it. There it is. It's a Krivak. Okay, that's an escort.
On sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
This is probably another escort. And it is.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
So I'm going to set these to surface.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Alright, so this guy just actively pinged me. That's why you saw a yellow line come across. But his active ping has a minus 30. Mean he can't... Or minus 10. He can't detect me yet, where I'm at. Now, they might have heard me launch my torpedoes. That's where it helps to be 600 meters down, or yards. I don't know exactly which one that is. Feet. 600 feet down. Usually, when these escorts detect you, a helicopter will come in and a torpedo will drop like right over my head. I'm banking on the fact that I wasn't, my launches weren't detected, and in fact, I could play some nice games of, you know, uh, like moving him this way, so that way I don't get detected. And then I can move this one this way. So when they do become visible, they're going to send their helicopter to the wrong location. So I'm going to hit F9, speed it up a bit. Alright, and now I'm going to have him go there. Oh, there was a launch. There's torpedoes launched. I just saw right there. And see, look where the torpedo's going. It's going to where my torpedoes are. See, he's looking for me in the wrong location. So I'm going to try to stay where I am. Oh, and I just heard the helicopter. See, the helicopter's looking here and here. So they saw my torpedo coming through the water, but I'm going to let one start searching. And in fact, I'm going to tell one to go this way, and two to go that way. And then I'm going to change my direction
Come right to 181.
to get a little bit away from their torpedoes. So here's the deal. This guy's at 95%. So this line that you see going across here,
Control, weapon acquired.
as soon as you cross that line, the cone this triangle
Noisemaker
is
bearing
the angle
80.
that he sees. So he really doesn't lock in unless you're inside the triangle. And
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
they, deployed a noisemaker, and I'm just trying to keep my torpedo on target.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
See, and then sometimes it'll do this, but the solutioning is no longer 95%. And
Con, helm, steady course.
anyways,
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 136.
so now I got a problem where both of my torpedoes are being sent in the wrong direction. And usually you want to send them right back to where the noisemaker was. Although my number 2 here seems to have...
Con sonar, noisemaker
Oh,
bearing
I missed him.
083.
He's this way. And chances are I did the same thing with this guy.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 136. Con sonar,
Alright,
noisemaker
we got one.
079.
And I'm going to hit F9.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 133. Con sonar.
There it
lost
is.
contact.
We got him.
01. Last bearing 132. Contact breaking up.
Okay, so I think I got everybody. One of the ways you can tell is you can see the sonar pings. Like, see that red ping? That red line is a sonar line, and that's the torpedo trying to find me. So it's using active sonar. If it's yellow, then it's the enemy trying to do active sonar. Red's for torpedo, yellow's for enemy. I don't know if in real life they could tell the difference between a torpedo sonar versus a ship sonar. If any of you guys are nerds and really know this stuff, I would actually be curious. I could probably Google it, I guess. But in this game, you can tell the difference. And then, of course, this is the actual view of the lovely ship going down. So, already you're seeing that I'm faring a bit better than I used to. Now, I can't leave a mission until the aircraft goes away. And so right now, I'm at the mercy of that aircraft looking for me. And usually they drop little sonar buoys. You'll see them show up in the water. And I don't know where exactly their aircraft is or what it's doing. But I just hit F9 to speed up time. And it's still looking for me somewhere. I'm going to hit F1. This is where I am. You can see the little marker. And I'm 600 feet down, but it's not always going to show me where the helicopter is, especially at 600 feet down. I could speed there. Oh, there's one. He just dropped something. And you can see where am I at compared to this. So he just dropped something, depth charges. And those are nowhere near me. Because I am doing just fine. So whatever that helicopter's doing, there's a torpedo. There's the helicopter. See, look, he's listening for me. I wish I could tell where is this at on the map. I don't know. The best you can do is look for your sub, right? So if you see your sub there, then you know you're pretty close. But like I see, there's this like glacier. There's several. So now let's go to our sub. That's the glacier. See, look, I'm a lot closer to the glacier. So that helicopter is like somewhere out this way. Very interesting. All right. So what I can do to try to make this thing go away is I'm going to speed up to 33 knots. And we're going to head away. Because I'm guessing the helicopter's here, where the ship sunk, looking for me. So now I'll speed the game up.
Con, helm, steady course.
And you can see I still can't leave the mission. So now we're just going to make some nice... Oh, hold on. You got to be really careful because if you hit that iceberg, you could actually get killed. I wasn't paying that much attention. Alright, see the aircraft's gone now. So now we can finally leave combat. And there we go. Perfect mission. Okay, excellent results, but that wasn't who we were looking for. These were not the droids you were looking for. That was actually an attack. That was a hunting party. They were looking for submarines.
Contact bearing 016. Designated Sierra 1.
Alright.
Con sonar new contact bearing 3.
So this is probably a sub.
Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 336. Designated Sierra 3.
Alright, we got a Foxtrot. Another Foxtrot.
Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
And this one actually might be a merchant. But we'll see.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
Okay, we're very close. So they're probably going to hear me if I launch a torpedo. And then you can see here, they're at the surface. Both of them, in fact. So what I'm going to do is go below the surface.
Make depth 300 feet, dive by. Make depth 250 feet, dive by.
I don't think it's going to help. I think they're still going to hear me. And I'm probably going to have to do evasive maneuvers. But I'm going to at least give it a go. Also, it gives me time to load my torpedo here.
Con, torpedo room 2-2 ready. Rig shift for ultra quiet.
Going to go into ultra quiet. You can see here that their passive is not picking me up. And so unless they start doing active pings, they don't know I'm here. And in fact, this one's going super fast and can't hear anything. So this is the perfect time to launch. So I'm going to shoot. I got to be careful because I don't know full solutioning. It says 52%. He could be actually here, or he could actually be way out here. That may not be his actual location. So it's always nice to be a little conservative.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
And I'm going to shoot one at the other one. I'm going to make sure this one goes active. I'm going to shoot at the other guy
2-2. Aye, sir.
and do a similar thing. I am telling them to go at the same depth as me. It may or may not work because this guy was on the surface. So I can tell this one to actually go up to the surface. And this other one is sort of hovering the line. And at the moment, I don't know if either of them have spotted me. As soon as this number 1 goes active, though, they will shoot, and they're going to shoot in this direction. So I am going to have a little bit of an issue here.
Con, fire control.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1.
See, there's some launches. And you see where that launch was? That's exactly where he is. So I can move this a bit further up.
Sierra 2 is classified as merchant. Come left 2.
And I'm going to change my direction.
Helm aye.
Oh, this is a merchant ship right here. That's not a sub. I don't know if I want to sink a merchant ship. Yeah, I'm going to let it go.
Con sonar. Come right 2. 0-9.
So
Helm aye.
I misidentified that submarine there. That's pretty awful, but the trawler and the Foxtrot is very similar. That part is true. And then this one hasn't gone active yet, so he doesn't know he's being hunted. He shot his torpedoes this way, so we're going to go
Fire control.
Come right
the other way.
0-7-7. Helm
Now,
aye.
if I increase my speed,
Con, fire control.
I'm going
Countermeasure homing.
to lose the ability to control the torpedo. So that's always... Now, what I could do is let the torpedo just do its thing, and
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
it sometimes will still sink them, because the torpedoes are pretty smart. They sort of turn back after the noisemaker. But the other really cool part about it
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
is it'll keep him busy so he's not launching any more at us. And see, like this torpedo here, I'm a little concerned about. And if I start gunning the speed, I'll get out of his view. And I just want to make sure that we're going to get him.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing. 3.
We got him. So now I'm going to pump up to 33 knots.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Hit F9.
Con helm. Steady course.
Get out of its range. All the torpedoes are gone. There's still vessels and weapons nearby. That means there's another ship. Dang it. So let's stop and listen.
5. Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Alright, that little sound you heard there is a torpedo behind me. And maybe we want to turn back around.
2-7-4. Helm aye. Con sonar. Regain contact. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Alright, I know this is a merchant, but it's red. Whereas this one was green, which is... I probably shouldn't have sank a green merchant ship. I think the green means they're friendly. Yeah, that's just good and gone. So let's see here. Okay, I probably should go... I'll go back up.
Make depth 5. 0 feet. Dive aye.
What I'm worried about is there might be another submarine around here somewhere. Or that, or maybe I have to sink this Sierra 3 here. Oh, here's another thing. The S, the Sierra, is because I'm getting it through sonar. So my sonar is picking it up, so it's S. If my radar picks it up, it'll have an R.
Computer room. Tube 2 ready.
And if my if both the sonar and the radar picks it up, then it becomes an M for master. It's I didn't realize that either the last time we did this. Yeah, so many things you learn. So I'm still listening.
On, helm, steady course.
Don't hear anything. So
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
we'll go ahead and launch one.
Con. Dive at 5, 0.
And there he is. He's gone. So whoever he was. See, now this could have been the oil. That's, remember, because our mission is they're going out to refuel. I just didn't realize it was a submarine refueling ship.
Computer room. Tube 3 ready.
Oh, see, look, it still says there's vessels nearby. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's around.
Con. Torpedo room. Tube 4 ready. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
I'm not spotting them, whoever they are. I could turn on my sonar, but that's dangerous. Holy cow, is that dangerous. The only other thing I can... There's 3 things I can control. I can be above and below this layer, which is weak. So I'm not sure that makes some difference. And I can control the direction I'm facing, which does matter, because in my baffles, in my rear, I don't hear anything that's behind me. I can only hear what's in front of me. Try one more time. Yep, there's still someone here. So, what I'm going to do then
Come right to.
is let's
0, 1, 2, helm aye.
face the direction that the enemy ships were. And see, I'm still not hearing anything. So now we'll go down
Make depth 1.
200.
0 feet. Dive aye.
See if I hear anything.
Con, helm, steady course.
Alright,
Con. Dive at 2, 0, 0 feet. Dive aye.
I hate doing this, but
Con, sonar, switching to active search.
okay, I switched it to active. I don't know why it hasn't.
Con, sonar, switching to passive search.
I don't know what's going on. It should be sending out an active sonar. There it is, right there.
Con, sonar, switching.
Did
to
you see the
active
line that went this way?
Con, sonar, launch
Yep.
transient from Sierra 3.
Alright, so there was a launch,
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
and I'm just going to
Shoot tube.
do my own launch. It's blind. I have no idea where these things are. And I'm going to go down to 600 and speed up, and we're going to run away.
Sonar, we are cavitating.
And I'm going to go ahead and cut the torpedoes and reload. Alright, so whatever it is, it's up here. He definitely launched torpedoes. We saw them like right around here. And so I just blindly launched to that same general area. But I need to evade his torpedoes coming in. He does control his torpedoes. And if he knows where I am,
Con, helm,
he's going to be able to steer them towards me. So I have to be careful.
con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
Alright,
Dive
so there was
0, 0 feet. Dive aye.
you saw that there was an active sonar coming right at me. And his torpedoes,
Con.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots.
so there's his torpedo looking for me.
Con, sonar, noise
noisemaker.
002.
So what this means is our torpedoes have found him, even though we haven't, and he's doing noisemakers to evade our torpedo. Meanwhile, I'm going so fast I can't detect anything. So that's why I don't see him. And then his torpedo is here, and I'm going to slow back down,
Make turns.
and I'm going to speed up the game just so I can
Bring up.
slow down.
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
There we go.
50. Designated Sierra 4.
We got a new contact, but he's not showing up on the map. What's going on?
Making turns for 5 knots.
They said new contact, Sierra 4, and yet it's not showing up on the map. I think we hit him.
Come left to 358. Helm I.
So we successfully avoided his torpedoes even after using an active sonar. Now that was impressive. I don't know what I just hit, folks. Whatever it is, it's destroyed, and I never was able to identify it. So there's no vessels nearby, but his weapons are still active. So
Con, helm, steady course.
I'm just moving up in that general direction and waiting for his weapons to dissipate. And they did. So let's see what it was. It was another Foxtrot. I'm really impressed with how well that thing was able to hide from us. But that was not our mission objective. So again, just to make sure I'm not screwing up, they left Archangelisk here. Rendezvous near the Greenland Sea. Oh, there we go. Oh, my speed's 20 knots. Dang it. This means they probably know I'm here.
Con, sonar.
Gotta slow down right away.
4 5
See, if I'm at 600 feet, then they won't know I'm there. Or potentially won't. I'm slowing down. My last contact.
Con, sonar, new
There it is.
contact bearing 048. Designated Sierra 1. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 035. Designated Sierra 2. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 025. Designated Sierra 3.
Okay, that's an escort.
Con, Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
We got some pretty weak signals here, but that means that they're probably having a hard time seeing me too. I've never heard of an Ugra. What the heck is that? Oh, that's the oil tanker.
Sierra 2 is classified as merchant. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 015. Designated Sierra 5.
I think this is definitely it. I mean, there's so many ships. Oh, that's a blue whale.
Sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as biologic.
Biologic. Okay, let's see here. This one, we have to guess at one of the... I mean, one of the lines is definitely right here, and I think the other one's there. In fact, this might be a submarine. We are now in the submarines, and nope, I think the line's here. Ooh, that's close. Yep, it's a Charlie.
Con, sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as submerged submarine.
Alright, and what is this one? Close, but not quite. Another escort.
Con, sonar, Sierra
All right.
5 is classified as escort.
Okay, so this escort is not going to detect me. This one can. If he uses his active, he will detect me. And then this one can't, but it just sent a sonar at me. Oh, I guess it does have sonar. And then this one won't. But this one is a huge threat to me. And he just detected me. So what I'm going to do is I need to take out the
Sonar new contact bearing.
the huge threat,
3-1 designated Sierra 6.
and I need to take out the submarine for sure. And we just got another contact right after I launched. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to match this one up. This is gonna be a difficult one. I don't know where all the other lines are. It could be just another whale.
Sierra 6 is classified as biologic.
And we lost one of our torpedoes, this one. That's at 90%. So I guess I'll go ahead and start reloading. I don't know how they didn't hear me launch, to be quite honest. And this guy, his active sonar is going to detect me. But the thing is just because he detects you doesn't mean he knows what you are. It just means that we're making enough noise that they'll pick us up. This one, he won't get us even with a ping. And same with that one. As long as you see the negative numbers, you're fine. Now this guy's turning around, and we're now in his baffles, which that's really good news for us. So, in fact, I'm gonna
Come left to 034 helm I.
this kind of thing you want to follow.
On, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
So you can see it's minus 50, minus 50. Even though he was originally able to hear us really well, now he can't hear us worth a crap. And then this one, I probably activated way too soon. We're going to hit F9.
Con sonar Sierra 6 is cavitating. Con helm.
So my torpedo here is looking for him. It found something. It hit the blue whale. Don't tell me my torpedo just hit a blue whale.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3 last bearing 007. Contact faded.
That's rather lame. And then this one, I need to turn because Charlie here. He's running, but he's probably not at that low. Oh, they just launched torpedoes.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 329. Come left to 288 helm I.
And then this, they give away their location. When they drop a noisemaker, that's exactly the location he's at right now. So I'm turning away.
Con, fire control,
He's got
weapon acquired.
torpedoes he's shooting at me because our first torpedo died. It went after the blue whale for whatever reason. I didn't think that was possible.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 329.
Never had that happen before.
Fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
And their torpedoes are definitely going after me. And you can see he sprayed them. See, there's one
Con, fire
going this
control,
way
weapon
and there's one
acquired.
going that way. So I could try to thread it because if they don't go active,
Sonar Sierra 4
I can
is
potentially get
classified
through
as
them.
submerged
I just don't know.
left to
I don't know how
5 helm I.
how successful that's going to be. I've tried it several times and it never works because it's really dangerous. And
Con sonar lost
so the Victor
contact.
2 is down.
Sierra 4 last bearing 327. Contact breaking up.
I mislabeled it, but I at least knew it was a sub. And here you can see my torpedo is looking for him. And I'm going to actually crank up my speed to get away from his torpedoes.
3 knots. Maneuvering up.
And you can see he went active on this one. So if I was trying to cut through, I would have ran right into him.
Con helm. Steady course. Con sonar
See, this
lost
one's moving right
contact.
towards me, but I'm trying to get away.
Bearing 023. Contact faded.
And then my torpedo, it was active, so I'm assuming it's chasing him, hence the reason he's running away. But we'll see.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 3 knots.
my priority right now is to get out of dodge. Because not having these torpedoes find you is way better than trying to play cat and mouse with a torpedo. Playing cat and mouse with a ship, that's a whole different story.
Con sonar regained contact.
All right.
On helm. Steady course.
Okay, so I just heard blow-ups. That's his torpedoes just blew up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... Not that. I'm going to go up to...
Make depth 150 feet, dive by. Make depth 100 feet, dive by.
Now this Kanan has anti-missile guns. So this particular missile is not going to do very well against it. If I shoot missiles at him, he's going to know exactly where I am. So this is some of the challenge I have. But I'm hoping to detect... See, like this, I think is a Kanan.
Con sonar. Sierra 1 is classified as biologic.
Oh, no, no, no. What did I just do? Crap.
Con sonar. Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
Alright, so let's try again.
At 100 feet, dive by.
And then I want to try to get this guy up here.
Control, we've lost the wire.
And somehow I lost the wire. I don't know what I did. Maybe it's because I launched the two torpedoes too close together. When I shoot these rockets, they are effective, but what I've learned is they know exactly where you're located. Because the moment they come out of the water, and then a helicopter comes for you and then makes your life miserable, because shaking a helicopter is really hard. So I'm trying to use torpedoes to take out the escorts, and then we'll use a rocket to take out this Ugra. And I'm hoping that I launched without being heard. This torpedo I have no control over. So... And this guy's at 47% solutioning. And what I'm going to do with my torpedo here is I'm going to activate him now, because he's at 95% solution. So we're just going to tell our torpedo to go straight at him.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 090.
And
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
boom.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 089.
So this S5 here, this one, for whatever reason, I'm not getting him on my my contacts, and I don't know why.
Make depth 50 feet, dive by.
And the Ugra has some guns on him, but I'm not too concerned about him. This is the one I'm concerned about, is that Kanan over there, and I don't know why I don't see him. I mean, it's crystal clear day. You can see the fire on the one I just sank. So he's over here somewhere. And I'm up to periscope depth, so what I can do... Oh, I'm not there yet. And then this Ugra is coming right at me. I don't know why. And he's just out of range for my...
Con, dive at 45 feet, dive by.
He's coming right at me. That's like a very bold oil tanker. Or maybe that isn't an oil tanker.
Regained contact on Sierra 5 bearing 0.
Upscope. Raise the ESM mast.
Alright, well, if he's gonna come right at me, come at me, bro. This little blue dot, by the way, is if I launch my torpedo, this is where he will be by the time my torpedo gets there. So I could launch my torpedo to that exact spot, and assuming he doesn't change his speed or direction, that's where he'll be. So I'll go ahead and do that. And I have to, because he's within my missile range. So either I mislabeled him, and he really is something else, but what I am going to do is this is the trick I like to do. So I'm going to go after that Kanan up there. which is 41%. So I'll activate it here,
Shoot 2-3.
and then I'm going to activate this one right afterwards.
4.
They don't have the ability to shoot two of them down. They'll shoot one down, but not two. But it does reveal my location. That's the only issue. And I should probably lower my masts, because that's going to help helicopters to see me. And I'm even going to
Make depth 200 feet. Dive I.
lower my speed, or my depth.
Make depth 600 feet. Dive I.
And you can see my torpedo. It's already zoomed in, so I'm going to just speed up and get out of dodge in case a helicopter comes at me.
We are cavitating.
And
On fire control, we've lost the wire.
yep, so I lost the wire to that. I don't know.
Con sonar lost.
He's
contact.
dead.
Master 2. Last bearing. Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
And my missiles,
Dive at 600 feet. Dive I.
that cannon there, avoided my missiles somehow, which is crazy.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
It'd be my only. I may have overshot it, but we're gonna go ahead and.
Con fire control, we've lost the wire.
And of course, I lost the wire. Look at that. That's not very far away from me. Alright, so we lost the wire to our torpedo. You can see I only have 3 of these left. That's why I'm getting a little more stingy, and I've been shooting the rockets instead. But I don't know what to do. So I'm going to give that torpedo some time.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
And you can tell he's coming right for me. So if I go back up,
Make depth 150 feet. Dive I.
he's going to get within range. I can't even use my rocket anymore.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing. 0
Yep.
0 3.
So now he's in trouble.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing.
Yep, he's out of my range.
3.
So I'm going to go back down.
600 feet. Dive I.
And let's see what this torpedo does.
Con sonar.
We got him.
Noisemaker bearing. 3 5 4.
That should be enough. Yeah. And there we go. We sunk everything. This should have been our target. Superb effort. Keep up the good work. Good job. And we got a medal. So, as you can see, I'm doing a lot better. So, you know, little thing because we made a naval push, and because I'm low on munitions, the game does do a really good job of telling you my next mission is to get home. But I can sink anything along the way. That's what the secondary objective is. I do have the ability to sink some stuff, so I'm going to go after this sub down here, because he's on my way back. I just don't know where he is. And West Germany just fell. Alright. I'm going pretty fast on these guys.
Con sonar. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
So we're going to slow down.
Our new contact bearing 178. Designated Sierra 1.
We know that this is a submarine.
Con sonar new contact bearing 067. Designated Sierra 2.
Ooh, a November.
Con sonar, Sierra 1.
That one's really good.
Classified as submerged submarine.
This one might be a merchant.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
No, it's a Foxtrot.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
I don't have enough missiles for these guys. Ugh, just one for each. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do. He's up on the surface. Ooh.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is cavitating.
If he shoots at me at all, I'm gonna lose this torpedo, and I gotta hope this one torpedo sinks him because I only have one for each of them.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Oh, he's much further away.
Con sonar.
That's really good.
Bearing 161.
Very good.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 151.
Alright, so he just did a bamboozle.
Con sonar, noisemaker.
I still
bearing
control the torpedo, so I'm gonna turn it around.
Con, fire control.
He's
weapon
using
acquired.
active sonar, but you can see he's going so fast. His active sonar is not gonna get me.
Con sonar, lost
Boom.
contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 133. Contact breaking up.
Oh no, we have another one? Oh my gosh. There's 4 of them. This one is at 93% solution.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
We're gonna shoot that one. And I don't know what to do about these 2 Foxtrots. I only have 1 missile left. That's at 40%. That's at 45%.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
I don't think this is a November. I think this one's a little bit off. Oh. It has to be a November. Yeah, that's not even close. It's not a Foxtrot either. Or a Romeo. I don't know what this is, but it's not... Well, right there, that is a November SSN. Okay.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 4.
Alright, so he just launched a torpedo. So I think we're going to have to activate, because we need to take evasive maneuvers here.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 13. Come left to 09.
Oh my gosh, there's another one? That's another submarine.
Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
I gotta turn 2-1. And we're gonna have to speed up.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering up.
I think I need to go
Con sonar lost. Come left to
this way.
107. Helm aye.
I'm a little concerned. Don't have enough torpedoes.
Con
Let's speed
sonar,
this up.
Helm, steady course. Con maneuvering, making turns for
I need that torpedo to hit. So far it hasn't. That's all I have left. I have missiles. That's it.
Make
Alright.
turns 4
Let's slow back down.
knots. Maneuvering aye. Con sonar read. Con maneuvering. Make
Oh, there's my torpedo. It missed him.
knots.
Oh my gosh, it missed him. And then this one is coming right for me.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Come right 2. 2, 3, 3. Helm aye. Con sonar Sierra 2
Oh.
is classified as merchant.
That merchant was wrong.
Helm steady course.
That's it. It's a trawler. Those foxtrots and those trawlers. Look at that.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
Actually, this one's a Charlie 2. Ugh. Alright. Let's... I needed to take that November out.
Noisemaker bearing 166.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1
Okay.
9.
I do not have the ability to take out this last submarine.
Right 2.
So I just gotta move very far away from him.
Aye.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot this.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
And what that does is that makes a lot of noises. And gonna crank up my speed.
Make turns for 3 knots.
Make
Maneuvering aye.
the enemy submarine
Tube 1 ready.
think I'm following this trawler here and heading this way.
Torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
And I'm just gonna move the opposite way.
Making turns for
Get as far away
3 knots.
until actually I can leave the mission now. So I'll go ahead and do that. So whatever that third thing was, it was not a submarine because it would have told me that he escaped. So I had mislabeled all 3 of those. That's crazy. And yeah, it wasn't my mission objective, but it was still pretty awesome. Made that a lot harder on myself than I needed to. And let's get home. So there we go. We did quite well. Enemy carrier task force will sail from Murmansk and break out into the North Atlantic through the Iceland-UK gap. Ooh, sinking an enemy carrier is awesome. Alright, so let's rearm and repair. There should be no damage. We have 3. Make that 4. Make that 4. Go back to 2, and then let's get all of our torpedoes. Alright, and then, yeah, that's how we want to do it. Anchors away. And that might already be them that you can see right here. Because it took me quite a few hours to reload. So I'm going to go ahead and intercept this. Because this is the Iceland-UK gap. I don't know where he's going. It could be this one that we just see coming through right now. Dang it. Where's my patrols? They're all just... Well, that one's just hovering around up there. Ah, come on. I really need to get this. Oh, that's him. That's him.
Con sonar.
Coming in hot.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I'm very low, which is good.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We'll go ultra quiet. Alright, so let's
Con
figure out.
sonar new contact bearing 152, designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 130, designated Sierra 3. Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Okay,
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
those are 2 escorts, and then this should be the carrier right here. And let me just say that the carrier is brutal, because he's got those helicopters, and tons of them. And, yeah, right there, the Kiev.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as capital ship.
And see, they're both pinging me, and this one has picked me up. How well, I don't know. But, so one of the tricks I can do is I can launch this,
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
and then what that does is that makes noise.
Come left to 215, helm high.
See, they just launched torpedo,
Shoot 2-1.
and I know he's there.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
So I'm going to try to go the opposite direction, and I think I may want to let the torpedoes just fly and get as quickly out of there as I can. That's exactly what I'm going to do, in fact.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water.
See,
Torpedo
this
in the water.
torpedo's already in the water,
1-6.
and it detected me, so I have to drop a noisemaker,
Fire control.
Con helm, steady course.
and it's not helping.
Knuckle form.
So this little symbol in the top corner shows me that a torpedo is on me, and now he's not on me, but he's on me again, and my only hope
Knuckle form.
is a knuckle, which worked. It got him off of me for a little bit,
Con knuckle form.
and unfortunately,
Come right to 005, helm high.
I don't know if it makes a difference, because that torpedo is just going to turn right back onto me.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 115. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing.
Con knuckle form.
Come left to 216, helm high.
Con knuckle form.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots. Come right to 100, helm high. Con helm, steady course.
Con knuckle form.
So he sees me again, and I'm just playing dodgeball right now.
Knuckle form.
The knuckle did work, but I'm moving the wrong direction. I'm heading right towards the other torpedoes.
9, helm high.
And see, helicopters here, sees all my noisemakers.
Con torpedo room 2-2 ready.
Come left to 229, helm high.
Okay, did I get hit? No.
Steady course.
Alright, their torpedo died. So now I can slow down.
Turns 5 knots. Maneuvering up. Con sonar regains contact on. Sierra 1, bearing 118.
I'm really
Shoot 2-1.
amazed
Aye, sir.
that my torpedoes didn't hit any of them.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots. Con sonar, noisemaker.
Oh, there we go.
1,
I got the Kara,
2.
and
Left to
I'm going to head towards them.
4, helm high. Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort. Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 112.
I'm going to actually move them away so that way they don't know my location. And they're going to think that it's my little decoy up here.
Con, helm, steady course.
And is that really where he is? I hope not. I don't want them activating, so I'm going to move it up a little bit more. And then we're going to let this one go active. And then this one will send through him. And the first one, I'm going to head towards that Krivik. I don't know. He's clearly not there, otherwise we would have seen him by now. But he's in this general direction. And then this Kiev. It takes 2 hits to kill this Kiev, by the way. Alright, that's where the Krivik really is. Right there. 95% solution. 95% solution on the Kiev. So we're going to get both of them here.
Control, weapon con sonar. Noisemaker bearing
Whoops.
092.
They both did
Con,
noisemakers.
fire control, weapon acquired.
And you can
Con,
tell
fire control, weapon countermeasure.
the
only.
first torpedo did a good job of homing back in.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
And then the first torpedo
Sonar. Noisemaker bearing
honed back in.
90.
Second one.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 088.
So we got,
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
they're definitely on the run here.
Sonar. Noisemaker bearing 088.
Oh, we sank it with 1 hit. There we go. We just took down a carrier. How awesome is that? Now let's see if we can see him. Look at that. That's super cool. Look at all those helicopters there to give us a hard time. And a big hole. Soviet carrier going down. That's beautiful. What a huge target to take out. And see this here? That's the helicopter. The helicopter was dropping these little sonars.
In room 2-1 ready.
Or no, those are the noisemakers. I apologize. That's the noisemakers he was making. Look at that. How many tons do you think that is? About 40,000? We're gonna find out, aren't we? Boom. Down you go. That's pretty bold of them to send a carrier right past the United Kingdom when they don't have control of the sea or the air yet.
Con, torpedo room 2-2 ready.
Alright, let's see if we can get out of here. Nope, the aircraft are causing problems, so we might as well enjoy watching this thing. We're going to be Jacques Cousteau. Discover the Soviet... Oh look, I got hit twice. There's a hit here, and there's a hit here. So that first torpedo I sent out that missed, or I thought it missed, it didn't miss. It actually hit the carrier instead of the escort. That's funny. I was hoping to hit the escort. But these things can be really brutal when they know where you're at. So always be careful. Carriers are juicy targets. I'm used to those World War II games where they're very defenseless against subs. That's not the case with this Kiev. All those helicopters that you see on his deck are very powerful, and he's got a lot of anti-sub technology. However, they're not doing them any good right now. So let's...
Come right to. Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Gonna get out of dodge as best as I can. Let's see what else do we got. There's the helicopter,
Making turns for 3.
and as you can see, we're nowhere near him. And he's just flying around looking for us frantically. He has nowhere to land. Alright, let's see. Yep, I'm far enough away. And boom. We got the Kiev. You can play a whole campaign and not see that Kiev. That is awesome. We better get a star. We just took out a carrier, for God's sakes. Alright, so this is the land mission. These are pain-in-the-butt missions, by the way. I have to go back and refit at Holy Lock. One of the things, you can hit the status report and make sure you're armed up. But one of the things that I was recommending that you should be doing that I haven't done yet is save the game. And I've been doing so well that, as you can see, I didn't even need to save the game. But that's I heavily recommend. And then if you ever do lose a mission, you can at least reload and try that mission again and maybe try a different tactic. And that's what I did, and that's actually what helped me to get better at this game. There actually looks like there's some ships here. But I think that's just a graphic glitch from the carrier. He's not actually there anymore. Alright, let's go. So 40,000 tons is the carrier. Holy buckets. I sank all those other ships, and they're not even close to the tonnage that carrier had. Alright, so we need 8 of these TLAMs, and what I tend to do is you can always sink ships with torpedoes, but you can't always use your missiles. But we need 8 of these, which takes up a lot of our space, and then what I do is we just load up with a bunch of torpedoes, and that's all we go with, right? So our orders, where are we going? Murmansk. Okay. So off we go. Murmansk is over here. So Denmark just fell. Now, don't get discouraged. One thing that's different than Red Storm Rising is in Red Storm Rising, when your missions succeed, the front moves in your direction, right? Or in your favor. And then when they succeed, it moves in their favor. For whatever reason, this game, the Russians always have like a huge momentum at the beginning. And so they'll start taking like all these different territories. And if you lose any mission when they're doing that, you're going to lose the game, or the campaign will be over. But there's going to be some point where this will start, like the tide will turn, and then you'll start seeing that we start taking stuff back. And then once we get back to, like, I don't know, East Germany, and get Denmark and West Germany and all that back, that's when you're going to start seeing, like, final game, where they were trying to send nukes after us underneath the ice caps. So that tends to be how this particular campaign plays. The Chinese one doesn't play that way, which I also find interesting. The Chinese one is definitely worth talking about sometime. So, I got intercepted.
Con sonar lost. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
See, I'm only at 474 feet.
Con sonar new contact bearing 086. Designated
And see this? That's a helicopter. He already knows I'm here.
Sonar new contact bearing.
See that?
1-4.
There's an aircraft already out.
Sierra 2.
That up there is a helicopter. Now, the other thing is when you're so close to the ground, your sonar doesn't work very well. So you need to get at least 150 feet above the floor. And that it's not written anywhere. It's just something somebody suggested to me, or I read in a vlog, or maybe watch somebody's YouTube video, and it's been very helpful. Because when you get away from the ground, you'll find your targets a lot easier. Now, I happen to have found targets even with me being near the ground, but that's probably because they know I'm here and they're coming for me. Right, that's definitely an escort.
Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
And this one's probably also an escort. Not quite. Yep.
Con sonar. Sierra
So he sees me.
classified as escort.
They both see me. Alright, so remember, I only took torpedoes.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
So they already know I'm here, so
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
let's get the party started. And I don't know how to get out of the way. Because if I'm facing this way, you can see my torpedoes just left. And their helicopter was where? Oops. I can hit F4 and see their helicopter. That's their helicopter. So you can see he's semi near me. And in fact, I'm moving towards him. So I think what I want to do is, if I'm going this way, the helicopter's right around here. I'm going to go away from the helicopter.
3-0-0. Helm aye.
I'm also going to go into quiet mode. Oh, see that little sonar? That's the helicopter right there.
Con sonar.
Oh,
Torpedo in the water.
there's a torpedo,
in the water.
and it already found me.
5.
Okay, what I gotta do
2.
is gonna make them go active,
Maneuvering up.
and I gotta get.
Make turns for 3 knots. Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Passing 300 feet.
Stupid helicopter.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 151. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1. Bearing 091.
Con, knuckle form.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing
That's a helicopter right there.
9. Contact is in the baffles.
Uh,
Sonar
my torpedo is definitely near this Kara. Alright, gonna make some more knuckles.
Knuckle form.
Alright, we got the Kara. The knuckle is working. You can look at the top right of the screen. You'll see that the torpedo's not on me. That part is nice.
100 feet.
Now the torpedo's on me again.
2-1 ready. Con, knuckle form.
See, that knuckle worked. It doesn't last very long though. But it buys you time. Like if you're reloading your decoy, your noisemaker,
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2. Bearing 153.
so the Sierra 2 seems to be really far away. And I may have
Come left 2. 177. Helm aye.
avoided the torpedoes coming around. Trying to outrun it right now. You could also do tricks like, because I'm near the surface,
Con, torpedo room. 2.
Con helm.
I don't know why I'm near the surface. It says I'm at 20 feet.
Make depth 400 feet. Dive aye.
Con maneuver.
Con, knuckle form.
My noisemaker didn't even make a difference. Holy cow.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 1.
Con, knuckle form.
Boy, that just saved me. That knuckle. So you just move the rudder left and right. I'm pressing A and D back and forth. You can see here the rudder goes to minus 30
In the water. Torpedo in the water.
and then to plus 30.
1, 4, 6.
That's all I can do is make knuckles. And now I got another torpedo after me because that one died and now a new one's on me.
Con, knuckle formed.
And I'm going to drop a noisemaker and throw it off.
Come left 2. 1, 2, 4. Helm aye.
And I'm going to move as far in the opposite direction of him as possible.
Come right 2. 1, 5, 8. Helm aye.
He's going to turn around and try to refocus on me. I'm going to try to stop
Forward.
making noise.
Turns forward. 5. Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
No longer cavitating, but he's got me. So I might as well speed back up again.
Turns forward. 3. Con sonar. We are cavitating.
I got him. They're both dead, so
Knuckle formed.
just have to survive this. So I guess so the whole reason I'm trying to avoid cavitation
Right 2. 2, 6, 2. Helm aye.
is when you make noise, they hear you, of course.
Con, knuckle formed.
Alright, the knuckle worked.
Con, knuckle formed.
See, they're not using active sonar. Otherwise, you'd hear the pinging. Like that one is using active sonar. This one down here.
Formed.
This other one is just using passive. That's why they think the knuckles are working so well against him.
Con, knuckle formed.
But this other one's coming right at me. I gotta get away from him.
2, 3, 0, 4. Helm aye.
Con, knuckle formed.
Come right 2. 3, 1, 7. Helm aye.
Come on, I dropped a noisemaker.
Con, knuckle formed.
On. Officer damage. Unable to contain the flooding.
Dang it.
Make turns forward. 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Damage control hardened. Lay into the engine room.
Alright, you gotta get up when you're damaged like this.
Depth 1.
I'm
0,
flooding like
0.
mad.
Dive aye.
In fact, I gotta...
On. Ballast system damaged.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
I'm just sinking. Like a madman right now. In fact, I'm on the floor. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. That last torpedo. I got another torpedo that's coming right at me. So what I'm doing right now is I'm fixing the ballast. Because I can't even blow the ballast. My propulsion's gone. See, it's black. And then my pumps are gone. So I can't pump out any of the water. And because I have 3 compartments that are full, I'm not even sure that blowing the ballast is going to get me out of the situation I'm in.
Make turns forward. 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
The only good news is that torpedo went right over me and didn't detect me because I'm sitting on the floor. I'm trying to blow the ballast so I can...
On. Ballast system damaged.
So I can't even hit F9. I may not be able to recover from this. I'm not sure I can get out of this situation. I may have to abandon ship. But we gotta wait for the ballast to be repaired. I'm trying to hit double time and it won't let me because I'm flooding. So I just gotta wait. Alright. I need the pumps to repair too, but... So theoretically, once the pumps are repaired, I could get rid of this flooding. But it's been my experience that unless you're at 200 feet or higher, you know, closer to the surface, that the pumps don't work. Like, when you're deep, there's just too much pressure and you can't get the water out. So I'm going to try to blow the ballast now.
Emergency surface the ship. Dive I.
See if that helps. And it's not making a lick of difference.
On. Pumps have been repaired.
So the pumps are repaired. Water levels are not going down.
Damage control parties. Right at the control room.
Yeah, I'm screwed. That stinks. I didn't even think I was doing all that badly. I know when a helicopter's on you, as you could see, it's not good. I'm not even sure what I'm still hearing pings from. I guess there's still torpedoes out there. You could theoretically wait for your ballast to recharge and then blow it again. I'm not sure it matters.
Charging high pressure air banks after emergency flow. Unable to dive.
Alright, so you have no choice but to abandon ship. And that's a lost mission when you do that. And chances are you're going to lose the campaign. In this case, I don't lose the campaign. So I can say, okay, I'll accept a new sub. But what I'm going to do is remember, we remembered to load, right? Or save. So we can just go to campaign and say load the save game. And this was us before we even went back, wasn't it? Yep. So we gotta head back. And it's to be able to reload your game like that is extremely helpful because it is the only way I can fully finish a campaign. I mean, in all honesty, I cannot win every mission and all the way to the end of the campaign. I'm just not that good. I mean, you just saw it. I just died on a mission that I actually thought I was doing okay. Now, they did surprise me, because I'm just trumming along here at high speed, and then all of a sudden, something ran into me, right? And that's because those planes of theirs spot me. And this is where I think Denmark, nope, Netherlands. So when their plane spotted me, right there, see, they're coming at me. But this time I'm going slower, so
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
I'm being
Turns for 5 knots.
I'm being hunted, but this time
Con sonar, new contact
I have the
bearing.
advantage.
9-9, designated Sierra 2.
And that happened because the plane spotted me, and there's nothing you can do. When you have to go deep into their territory.
Sierra 1 is classified.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Oh, 3 of them.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
Alright, so that one can't spot me, that one can. So let's put them all on surface.
Shoot 2-1, aye sir. Shoot 2-2, aye sir. Shoot 2-3, aye sir.
I think this one, I mean, this one sees me even with his passive sonar. So I'm pretty darn sure that they saw my tubes launch, but maybe they didn't. I'm trying to hit reload here and it's not letting me. I want to load a Moss. Okay, yep, there's their torpedo. And there's another torpedo. I'm above. So now I'm going to go down.
Make depth 250 feet, dive by.
And hope that their torpedo doesn't spot me. But I think it will. Their torpedo so far hasn't spotted me. It's going right around me.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
And I'm going to go below. Well, here. Let's see where their torpedo is. See, their torpedo's above me. So I'm going to go below the layer, which will make it even harder for their torpedo to spot me. Boy, this is really scary. See, this one's coming at me too. Very interesting how this is playing out.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water.
Alright, so he just spotted me.
Two.
So now I gotta go back above.
200 feet, dive by.
Maybe he won't spot me. He probably will. Let's load a decoy. We gotta turn this. I'm gonna activate. And for whatever reason, if I'm above the layer, he's not spotting me. So he must have set his torpedo to look below the layer. Because that torpedo's not seeing me at the moment. Which,
Dive at 200 feet, dive by.
no complaints from me here. As far as number 2 goes,
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
alright, so our torpedo got him.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 3, 1, 1.
Hunting in the reactor space.
Dang it, got hit again.
Damage control party. Damage control party. Lay into the engine room.
Alright,
Left 2, 2, 2, 8. Helm aye.
alright, we gotta get
Make depth
up.
150 feet, dive by.
So that way we can see their torpedo. It's coming right towards us, so we gotta get away from that. But so far I'm still trying to stay quiet. But that torpedo is gonna find me. And we gotta repair our pumps here. And that torpedo is finding me. Bugger.
The reactor is scrammed.
My reactor scrammed, so I can't even speed up. I'm gonna lose again, aren't I? I just dropped another noisemaker, because that's the best I can do. And I just gotta hope. Yep, and then hear that? That's a... Look at that. That's a plane dropping crap in the water. I still have my torpedoes. That's a 56% solution. I'm going to activate torpedo 3 in case I lose it. We're still trying to get our pumps going here. This.
Pumps have been repaired.
All right, we gotta.
Damage control party.
That.
Clear the reactor space.
So that removed the water, and it's repairing the reactor, which, at the moment,
Reactor is scrammed.
I can't move. So I just dropped another noisemaker. We got this Udaloy's gone. The other two are still a problem. And I can't move fast until that reactor's repaired. This blows. That thing's gonna find me again. These Udaloys are top notch. Alright, so it's coming for me again. It actually got distracted by my noisemakers I already had out there. And I think what I want to do
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
is hopefully it'll go after my little decoy here. That's what I needed to do. I needed to hone in on that decoy I just launched.
Con, torpedo room 2-1. Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Alright, I had to drop another noisemaker. 3 is on his mark.
On. Reactor is back online.
Alright, I can start getting out of dodge. So I'm going to dive down.
Make turns for 3, 3, knots.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Come left 2, 2, 3, 0. Helm high.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2, 6, 3.
Come left 2, 1, 6, 6. Helm high.
I'm going to go after.
Fire control. Weapon acquired. Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
So I'm going to slow down.
Make
Because that torpedo's going right by me.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
And I think their torpedo found our
make turn
decoy,
0, knots. Maneuvering aye.
which is perfect.
Helm right 2, 3,
So-
0, 1. Helm high.
So we're going to let it go after our decoy. And then I'm going to go the opposite direction. 2 ships are sunk. This Udaloy up here, I have no idea. So I'm going to hit F9.
Dive at 350 feet. Dive high.
Con, torpedo room 2-2 ready.
What's our solution on it? It's only 32%. You can see they just dropped another torpedo back here. So I'm going to maybe go 15 knots.
Make turns for 1, 5, knots. Maneuvering aye.
I just can't cavitate. That's the only... You can go... You have to be at 600 to be able to go full speed without cavitating.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 1, 5, knots.
Alright.
Con, helm, steady course.
I don't know what happened to my torpedo up here, but apparently it hasn't hit that Udaloy up there. And you can see he's gunning right for me. He's coming right at me. I don't know how close he is. We're at 38% solution. And I probably need to slow down. So I'll do that.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Alright. So if I put this guy... We're going to just shoot it
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
straight up the poop hole. And this is all helicopters here, dropping those little boys in the water. They're looking for me. Alright, I probably need to activate because I don't want my torpedo to miss him if he's a lot closer than...
Con, fire
Yep,
control.
look at that.
Weapon acquired.
So, it's showing that he's back here, but he's actually inside of this triangle cone. He's in here. So that's how far off it was. That's the reason why I activated. It's very possible my torpedo could go right underneath him, and then I activate it on the other side. That would be a disaster.
Noisemaker bearing 3, 1, 2.
And we could, if he's close enough.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
This is our torpedo, right? Nope, there's so many torpedoes in the water. This one's ours. There we go. I just turned left,
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
so I can zoom in, and we can control the torpedo, and this guy doesn't stand a chance.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing
Oh,
3, 2.
he did a noisemaker.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 3, 2, 3. Contact breaking up.
So when you can actually see the ship with your torpedo, even if they drop the noisemaker, you can just zoom them right in, and I hit them right where the propeller is. Now here's the real question. Look at that. 3 planes. 2 helicopters and a plane are looking for me. That's the one I just hit. He's not very far away. Can I get out of here? The answer is yes. The aircraft are not in my general area. But see that little torpedo there? I gotta get away from that.
Come right to 0, 5, 3.
And I'll go
Turns.
15 knots.
Make turns for 1.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water.
Oh, you
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2,
bugger.
6, 4.
And there it is. Torpedo found me.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Con, helm, steady course.
I don't want to burn all my... Yep, and here he is again.
Con, knuckle formed.
That knuckle just saved me. Gonna go up above the layer, if I can.
50 feet, dive high.
And there he is again. That just blows.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots.
Con, knuckle formed.
Alright. Let's get as far away from him as... Oh, come on. Why are you turning? Stop turning.
Come right to 190, helm aye.
And he found me again, just because of that jerk. Alright.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, the knuckle worked.
Make depth 400 feet, dive high. Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle worked. Freaking helicopter's on me again. Yeah, see now aircraft's nearby. Jerks. Alright. Let's see if another
Knuckle formed.
knuckle did not work.
Con, dive at 400 feet, dive high.
Ah, there's another torpedo in the water. Come on.
Con, knuckle formed.
And there I am. I died. You jerk. Absolute jerk. Alright. Well, that's an hour and 44-minute long video. The good news is I saved it. So I would just reload, try again, and eventually, you know, I would win. And then continue the campaign. Does it get harder? Well, I can tell you, like, for example, the Chinese have only one nuclear submarine, the Xia, Xia, however you pronounce that. And Shia, or however. The Russians have some really good nuclear submarines as well. and they tend to come out on that final mission. For the Russian one, I didn't sink a carrier until that final mission, one of the final missions, or close to it. But in both cases, their best nuclear submarines are what you're going up against. In the case for China, the notes said that it's the only one that they have. Now, that's not to say that China doesn't have submarines. They had a whole bunch. It's just that they weren't the nuclear class or the ICBM class. So, are they harder? They can be for several reasons. The first thing is that the here, I'm just gonna load the main screen for you. This should be a game over. It is. So if I were to load this campaign again, and I won't do it, I won't be playing this on this video, but I wish there was a way to pause. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so a lot of the missions start being in the Barents Sea, which is riskier, right? This mission we're doing right now is there, and as you can tell, that's how they're getting me, right? I don't have any of my blue planes showing me where their ships are, and they're surprising me. This last one wasn't a surprise, but I was definitely being hunted because I was spotted, right? And they're going to have a whole bunch more planes here. So it gets harder from that perspective, and you're already seeing that in this mission. The other thing is, like one of the missions is like way up here. This is the ice cap, so it's way up here. There are no planes there, so you don't spot anything up there. So you're just blindly searching for them. It's really hard. I had one mission that went way up in here. Also, same deal. No planes, no spotting. Hard. This particular mission, I'm trying to attack a land target in Murmansk. Those are hard missions in general. The worst ones are when you have to go to Arkhangelsk, which I had to do like 4 times the last time I played this. So, again, all of it's hard. So I guess to answer the question, yes, it does get progressively harder, but not in the way you would think. It gets progressively harder because you're doing more into their sea zone instead of them coming into your sea zone. So they have better, recon and stuff like that. But it's not like you're going up against harder ships. I mean, those ships that I just went up against were the hardest you're ever going to see. The nuclear ICBM class submarines, the only reason why they're a tad harder is because they're harder to detect, right? They have more silence capability. But in terms of their ability to attack you or them having better sonar than you, none of that's really true. It just, sometimes it's harder to find them. And often I'll think, okay, I sank 2 subs, I win. But there was actually a third one, and I didn't even know he was there. It's stuff like that. Those carriers can actually be really tough if they know you're there. In my case, I was able to take them down or put them on the run so they couldn't hunt after me, and I successfully convinced them to send their helicopter somewhere else. So that's it in a nutshell. I'm not going to play this, so I'm going to show you real quick, though. Now, the 1968 campaign is on the exact same map. It's the exact same thing, it's just older stuff. The South China Sea, though, is... you could be the Seawolf class, which is awesome. And... I'm sorry, I know a lot of you are seeing this for the first time, but I'll do a campaign, or maybe you can pause. But basically, I'm just trying to jump in here. So this is what the map looks like, and your station is all the way over here in Guam. So, for the most part, all the action is right here in the South China Sea. Sometimes it's in the Yellow or East China, and then sometimes Russia starts helping, and so there'll be stuff in the Sea of Japan. Almost everything's there. The final mission was they sent a nuclear sub off the coast of Tokyo. I think to get it into the Pacific Ocean because they were trying to nuke Los Angeles or whatever. The hardest part about this is they give you missions, and you're starting here in Guam, and it takes you hours and hours just to get to the Philippines. And if you'll notice, the only way through is this little narrow strip right here. Or you can go where Okinawa is and get through that way. But if you want to get into the South China Sea, there's no other way. And it could really get clogged up in terms of them having stuff here that's not your mission, but you got to go through it to get to where you need to go. And there's a lot of missions that were at these Paracel Islands, and the way, like how when East Germany or West Germany fell and then Denmark fell, the way that works in this is the Scarborough Shoal will fall, then the Spratly Islands. Like, they're going after these islands here. It's pretty interesting. And then, of course, I think realistically, like in more modern times, China's been wanting to, I think, go to war with Taiwan, to get them back under their grips for quite a while. And, of course, there's a lot of complication with that because the U.S. is helping Taiwan to have some independence. But Taiwan, of course, is another set of targets that they sometimes try to go after. But what you'll see happen is when the news announcements occur, these islands, like Scarborough, will fall automatically in Paracel. But Taiwan will be the kind of thing where you'll get a mission where they're trying to invade Taiwan, and then we're trying to intercept them and sink all their transport ships. They also try to bomb Manila quite a few times, so they'll send nuclear subs after that, or whatever types of subs. Anyways, that's another playthrough for another day, but just wanted to show it to you. It is at least from a map perspective, completely different and unique. And of course the Seawolf is awesome. And by the way, if you lose the Seawolf, then you're forced to go back to a Los Angeles class. But they have a Type 2 and a Type 3 Los Angeles class, so I guess they're like improved versions from the 1984 one. But anyways, thanks for watching. As always, stay healthy and safe. And stay awesome.